Hey, here we are with the Money in the Bank 2017 review. What did you guys think of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view? I thought it was pretty good. There were some good things, but there certainly was some weird things and some pretty bad things. What did you guys think about it? Let me know down below. Straight off the bat, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, but a pretty high 7 out of 10, which is all right. It's pretty decent. It definitely was better than Raw's Extreme Rules, and SmackDown Live proves once again that it is just much better than Monday Night Raw. What did you guys think of the pay-per-view? Remember to let me know down below. The first match of the night for Money in the Bank was, of course, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. The first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which is awesome. That is very, very, very long overdue. But they had a bloody bloke win it. A man won the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. That is such a WWE thing to do. What are they doing? What are they actually doing? That is actually ridiculous. I said to my brother before this match started that there is a rumour that James Ellsworth, a man, might actually win the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And I said that would be horrible. They can't do that. And they actually did do that. Does anybody else think that's absolutely ridiculous? What a terrible idea. The first women's ladder match, and we have a bloody man win it. What a joke. That is such a WWE thing to do, isn't it? I lost it at that point. I was not happy about that. The match itself was okay. I thought Tamina was a bit of a beast in this match. But overall, usually in Money in the Bank ladder matches, you have something awesome happen, maybe 2 or 3 times. You have 2 or 3 standout moments in a Money in the Bank match. There wasn't even one standout moment, to be honest. There wasn't anything memorable. The only memorable thing is James Ellsworth winning the briefcase for Carmella. And that's not even a good memory. So there wasn't really any standout moments in this ladder match, which is a bit of a disappointment. Overall, it was alright. It's nice to see the women will be getting Money in the Bank matches now, but it wasn't a very impressive first women's Money in the Bank match. And James Ellsworth wins it for Carmella. Now, I did predict every single match right, actually, but I did predict Carmella was going to get the win. She definitely needed the win. Out of all the women in this match, she definitely needed the win. I think this will definitely define her character. She did tease a cash-in later on in the night, which I thought was a bit weird. But overall, that was a great choice to put the briefcase on Carmella. Pretty happy about that. She needed it. She needed this to take her to the next level. So for me, good choice, but she didn't even bloody win it. A man won it. What's all that about? Anyway, the next match we got was the New Day defeating the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, the Usos, via countout. So we wait 4 weeks for this match, and it ends in countout. I thought this was 2 weak matches to start the pay-per-view. The match itself was good, but it was just completely ruined by the ending, having the Usos just walk off and end it in countout. We waited 4 weeks for that conclusion. What's all that about? That's not a very good idea. I could have booked a better match than this. Now, it was actually a very, very good match. I knew it was going to be really good. I thought this was potentially could have been one of the standout matches on the show. It was really, really fucking good. Really enjoyed it. Very fast-paced. Anything with the Usos on pay-per-view always seems to be really good. They are awesome. Very good match. I'm quite happy the New Day are now on SmackDown Live, but it wasn't anything we didn't expect. We knew this was going to be great. I can't wait for the next match between these 2 teams because it's going to be even better, I think. But they end it in countout. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you think like, oh, we really want to see more of that. And the Usos have just ruined it. But imagine, like, we pay £10 a month for this. You want a conclusion to your pay-per-view matches. And they just walk off. What a weak ending. And it all started when Big E slipped. When he caught one of the Usos going for the big ending. It was all clunky and horrible, and then it just ended in countout. Bit of a horrible way to end a pretty awesome match, I thought, but overall, the Usos are still champions, so it looks like we will get a rematch, which is good, because this match was pretty great. So I'm looking forward to that, but so far, 2 pretty weak endings on the pay-per-view. Now, Maria Kanellis returns to WWE with her husband, Mike Kanellis, so Maria is now back in WWE. I don't really know what this means. It just means that SmackDown Live once again beats Monday Night Raw to it. When has that happened before? Every bloody time. But Maria is now on SmackDown Live with her husband Mike. So Is he like her manager? What's all this about? I'm sure we're going to get to find out on SmackDown Live, but that's pretty exciting. Another great addition to SmackDown Live. The next bit we got was the SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi defeating Lana. What did you guys think about this match? Thought it was a bit weird that Lana got this match, but I wasn't really that bothered. Stuff like that just doesn't bother me. Yeah, whatever. She hasn't had a match before. She hasn't really earned it. Who gives a shit? The match itself was alright. I thought Lana was okay. She wasn't amazing. She obviously needs a lot more work. Her finish is really good, though. I think that move looks great. Carmella comes in randomly in the match and teases a cash-in. I thought that was a bit sloppy. Felt a little bit overbooked as well, as if you didn't really need to do that. And then Naomi wins with an Anaconda Vice, like a CM Punk, where Lana taps out. So Lana taps out in her first match, which is a bit weird. They could have done it differently. I don't really know why she's tapping out in her first match and losing her first match. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. But overall, Lana shows signs of improvement, and I think she will get better. But it wasn't a very good match. And at the end of the day, like I did say, it was actually a glorified filler match. They ran out of women for Naomi to face at Money in the Bank, so they just chose Lana. That was it. There wasn't anything to it. Also, the next match we got was Jinder Mahal defeating Randy Orton. This was the second best match of the night. This was a pretty sexy match. It was a lot better than their first match where Mahal won the championship at Backlash. It's very good. There was a lot more narrative to this match. Jinder Mahal obviously working on the leg for the majority of the match. There was the legends at ringside, which you didn't really get why they were there. You got like Ric Flair, Sergeant Slaughter, Bob Orton, which I kind of understand, but I don't know why they just had legends like out. That felt a bit weird, but it feels like they just like to overbook this shit nowadays. But we had, yeah, there was a bit more of a narrative. There was a lot more pace. It was very quick. It was good. Jinder Mahal shows signs of improvement once again. I don't see anything wrong with Jinder Mahal. I think he's pretty awesome. Now, he saw a freaking amazing RKO by Randy Orton through one of the announcers' table onto the Singh brothers. One of those Singh brothers just gets thrown around like crazy all the time. Feel kind of sorry for him. But that RKO through the announcer table, the running RKO through the announcer table, that was amazing. That was one of my favourite RKOs of all time. That was a very, very good RKO. But of course, Jinder Mahal then gets in the ring. Then he wins and retains his WWE Championship. So yet to have really a legitimate win over Randy Orton. So he might get a third one between the two, which I won't really complain about, because I think this was better than their first match, and I think they could do it even better if they had maybe a stipulation in there, something like that. Let me know what you think. But once again, Jinder Mahal proves that he has actually earned this spot that he's got, and he actually can hang with the best, i.e. Randy Orton. This match was a lot more fast-paced than their first one, bit more of a narrative. I enjoyed it. Second best match of the night, no problems from me. Next match, we have Breezango against The Ascension. Breezango defeating The Ascension. And you know what? This fidget spinner is a lot more interesting than this match, people. This match was a little bit boring, and I actually fell asleep during this match, during a pay-per-view. That's when you know it's not a very good pay-per-view match. But there you go, this fidget spinner proving more entertainment than this match between Breezango and The Ascension. So the last and final match we had was, better put this down, Baron Corbin wins the 2017 Money in the Bank contract. There we go again. I get all my predictions right. Baron Corbin, the man, the myth, the legend, who needed this briefcase to take him to the next level and take him to the main event of SmackDown Live. He needed this. He loves sneaking behind on people, so he's going to absolutely love running around with that Money in the Bank briefcase. He already looks pretty great with it. So overall, I think this was a bloody brilliant decision. And overall, this was clearly the best match of the night. Randy Orton against Mahal was pretty good. The Usos against the New Day was pretty good. But this was a Money in the Bank ladder match. This was way better than the women's ladder match. There was actually memorable moments in this match that weren't including James Ellsworth. This was really, really good. Really enjoyed it. Baron Corbin could be the next WWE champion. I think he's going to hold on for it for a while, I'm going to be honest. But definitely the best decision to make. AJ, Kevin Owens, they're all in a feud together. Sami, he never wins anyway. Shinsuke, he's a bit new, so I think that's everybody in the match. Dolph Ziggler, he's past it. Baron Corbin, great decision, and I'm very looking forward to what he does with the briefcase. And overall, there was a lot of great moments in this match. There was a moment where AJ did a phenomenal forearm to somebody on a ladder. He did a standing phenomenal forearm to Shinsuke. He did a he did like an AA to Kevin Owens, I think, onto a ladder. Baron Corbin plants somebody on a ladder. I think it was like Ziggler or something. He does an deep six from like the apron to Dolph Ziggler. That was amazing. Sammy suplexes somebody onto the apron. I think it was Kevin Owens. Sammy lobs Kevin Owens on a ladder. It was mental. Very good. And he also did a blue, was it like a spinning sunset flip to somebody off the ladder? I think it was Dolph Ziggler or something. Whatever it was, I probably should rewatch this match because I quite enjoyed it. But there were some moments, there were some memorable moments. And obviously, with these Money in the Bank matches, there isn't much of a story to it. So usually they have these moments which make up for the story, make up for the content that we lacked going into this match. And we got it. We didn't get it in the ladder match between the women, but we got it in this match. I thought it was really good. So Nakamura gets attacked by Baron Corbin before the match gets begun, but he comes back and he goes mental. He starts hitting Kinshasas everywhere. I don't know about you guys, but I think the Kinshasa looks pretty weak. Like, it just doesn't look good. They always cut the camera when he does it as well, so I'm not really a fan of it, to be honest. But it was quite cool to see a man go mental and just hit people with knees everywhere. That was quite cool. Nice to see he actually got in the match, even though he was taken out. I thought it was quite funny how he was hobbling to the ring. And then, when he gets in the ring, he's absolutely bloody fine. He's absolutely bloody fine. But overall, I thought this was a pretty decent Money in the Bank ladder match. I really enjoyed the main event, obviously. Who doesn't like a Money in the Bank match? We had the WWE Champion Jinder Mahal retaining his championship. Looking forward to see what he does next. Not really sure yet. We had a great tag match between the Tag Team Champions and The New Day. Looking forward to a rematch between those two. Nice to see we have got the women in the ladder match for the Money in the Bank now. But a man winning the first women's Money in the Bank match, how degrading is that? Such a Vince McMahon thing to do, it really is, isn't it? Anyway, a high 7 out of 10. What did you guys think about this? Let me know down below. Also, I'm thinking of doing some vlogs on the channel. Let me know what you think about that. Anyway, I don't know if anybody's still watching at this point. Thanks for watching. Take care. Spike your hair.